Good morning and welcome. Wherever you're joining us from, we're happy to have you with us today. My name is Father Tim O'Brien. I'm a Jesuit priest and I work at the college as Director of Mission Initiatives. So I work with faculty, staff, and alumni to advance our mission, especially in its Jesuit and its Catholic dimensions. I'm also an alum of the college, class of 2006. So if there's any 2006 people out there, welcome back. It's very fitting that we join together this day as a Holy Cross community and this week as we begin to think about Thanksgiving Day on Thursday. Gratitude, as we know, is at the heart of the Christian and the Catholic life. It's the literal meaning of the word Eucharist. It's also very important in the Ignatian tradition and the Jesuit tradition and in the Examen meditation that we'll do together shortly. It's no surprise then that we come together as this extended family to mark this week. On Thanksgiving Day, the readings at the Catholic Mass include a passage from the Gospel of Luke. And I think it's one of the most important lessons on the nature of gratitude that we have in all of the scriptures. While he's moving around with his friends and disciples, Jesus encounters 10 people, 10 lepers, who would have been homeless outcasts, whose very affliction was viewed as punishment from God for their sins. And they ask Jesus to be healed, and he heals them, all 10. But only one of them comes back to Jesus and to his disciples to give thanks to God. The rest kind of disappear. Now, I was not a math major, but I know that 1 out of 10 is not so great. To make matters worse, the one who comes back is a Samaritan. He would have been viewed as a foreigner, as a heretic by mainstream religious people. And you couldn't find someone more unimportant or more unlikely to give a lesson about gratitude. Yet there he is, teaching us that real thanksgiving is a very rare thing. Remember, 1 out of 10. More importantly, I think he's teaching us that true gratitude is more than about happiness for getting and keeping what we want. All 10 lepers got what they wanted, what they've begged for even. And only one is held up to us as an example of gratitude. Because what he realizes is that what we have, everything that we have, is a gift, as unearned as the breath we breathe. There can be no such thing as a gift that we deserve or a gift that we have earned. Some of you might be familiar with the novel A Gentleman in Moscow. It came out a few years ago, and I read it, and I imagine some of you did. There's a scene in that book, though, that has stuck with me for several years, because at one point, the principal character, the gentleman of the title, is sitting at tea with his much younger friend, a young lady, a girl who's inquiring about the so-called rules of being a princess. And he tells her that a princess would always know to say please and thank you. But this question of gratitude bothers the young girl because she refuses to say thank you for things she doesn't want or didn't ask for. One of the chapters memorably concludes with her saying, "I have no intention of giving thanks for things I never asked for in the first place." I see a lot of myself in that little girl, not wanting to give thanks for certain things. They're usually the ones which are hard, that feel negative, things, frankly, that I never asked for. I'm willing to bet that I'm not alone in this. There's a risk in Thanksgiving week, really every Thanksgiving year. Every year we celebrate this week. And it's that we'll only give thanks for the good stuff in our lives, for the abundance, for having and keeping what we've always wanted and asked for. But in that case, I fear we'll be among the 9 who got what they wanted and went their own way. We're meant to learn from the one person who came back, giving true thanks to God from the bottom of his heart, realizing that all is gift, all. The Examen prayer was one technique that St. Ignatius Loyola gave us for deepening our awareness of God's gifts to us and to say thank you on a daily basis. The version that we'll do today together in just a moment is designed to help deepen our realization that all that we have is a gift, to deepen our gratitude in the gospel sense, to be the one who came back, and to offer genuine and true thanks to God. During this meditation, which I'll guide us through now, you'll see some images on the screen. If they're helpful for your to kind of center your mind and your heart, that's great. If you prefer to close your eyes, that's fine too. But as always, we begin by just adopting a comfortable posture in the chair or where we're seated. We allow ourselves to just become present to where we are and present to the fact that God is here with us. One of the gifts that is always near to us is the gift of our breath that God has given us. So we begin by taking 3 slow, deep breaths in and out. And as we begin this time of prayer, we ask God to center our attention on the many gifts we have been given. St. Ignatius encourages us to ask for a gift from God when we begin to pray, to ask for a grace. And so we ask God today to reveal all the blessings in my life and to show me that all is gift. And so I begin very concretely as we begin this new day, asking, what am I most grateful for today? What fills me with joy and with gratitude? Lots of things may come to mind, but we try to get concrete. What am I most grateful today? You might think about persons or places or circumstances in our lives. And as these things come to us, we try to just sift them, noting them with gratitude, but also to hold them. I'm most grateful for the gift of, and then to name that. We take a few moments to discern what it is that I'm most grateful for today and to express that gratitude in our hearts in prayer. And as I thank God for this particular gift, I take a moment to think about and to notice how gratitude and expressing it makes me feel. To feel in my emotions, to feel in my body, to notice what it is like to be opened by gratitude and love. We try now to go just a little bit deeper, thinking back to what I'm most grateful for this day, to try and savor the details of that thing, of that person, of that circumstance. Whatever it is, I take a moment in my mind and in my heart to see it. If it is a person, I try to see their face. I remember how I feel when I'm with them. Or if it is a place or an event or a circumstance, I just try to be present to it in my memory. And as gratitude wells in my heart, I say again, thank you, God. Thank you. We know that we have so much for which to be grateful. It can be difficult to choose just one thing for which we're most grateful. And so at this point in the examen, I invite you to step back and to allow a kind of parade of gratitude to come into your mind and your heart. To try to name as many things as you can that you're grateful for. Just to see them. Again, perhaps it's a person. Perhaps it's a memory. Perhaps it's a circumstance, something good that happened to you. But we'll spend just a few moments allowing ourselves to call those things to mind. And as often as we do, to say, thank you, God. Thank you. Deepen my gratitude. What are the things that I'm seeing? Are there any that surprise me, that are unexpected? I take a moment to talk about any surprise great sources of gratitude with God. We notice too that perhaps in this parade there are some things which are hard. some things that we would have never sought or asked for, but which with time we recognize are also gifts. I try to see those too, to remember them. And if I feel like the words are my own, I can say, even about these hard things, to God, thank you. Thank you. Or perhaps if I feel like I can't yet say thank you, but I feel like there was a gift there anyhow, I say to God, I want to be grateful for all your gifts. Help me deepen my gratitude. As our time together nears its conclusion, we take a moment to just savor again the feeling of true gratitude, the recognition that all is God's gift. And we ask God to let that feeling of gratitude lead us into the rest of this day, into the rest of this week, into the rest of our lives. And as our examen comes to its conclusion, we take just a second to become aware of our breath again. That God's gifts are as near as the next breath we will take. To be attentive to our bodies, coming back to the space where we are. And to ask God in conclusion that our hearts will fill with gratitude this day and always, like the one who came back. Amen. I want to thank you for joining us this morning. From all of us at Mount St. James, we're beaming in from wherever we are. I'm not sitting on the Kimball Quad. I'm coming to you live from my parents' house, but we wish you all from Holy Cross a very happy Thanksgiving. Please know how grateful the college is for all of you, our community, whether alumni, staff, or faculty. We're grateful to be with you too if you're students. We wish you a restful and peaceful week, safe travels. May God bless you. Thank you.